Okay, so first of all, we require to understand what is API testing. Okay, so API testing means obviously the name itself is telling we are validating the API whatever given by the dev team is working as expected. That means whatever the APIs they're providing or whatever the URLs they're providing for us, we require to verify them whether they're working as expected by the what do you call it, client or not. So here, so that we will do in the API testing. But first of all, we need to understand what is API, where it will be having place in the application development. Because UI, manual testing is the application you can able to see and you can able to test it, right? The function you can able to feel. But API is where we can see. So definitely, as a end user, he cannot see the APIs at any cost because APIs are integral component. It's not like independent. It's not like UI component. So integral means it is integrated with your UI to showcase the data to connect with the DB. I can say that. Is it clear? So that's why APIs are not at all visible to the end user. These are only integral part of application. Though, what is the need of testing of them? The end user not able to see, then what is the use of testing? You can directly integrate, right? UI only is enough to test, right? So whatever the UI, if you are able to coming, and if it is coming as expected, then automatically it is indicating API is working as expected only. Are you getting my point or not? So in the UI service in the front end, you are able to see your data. You got my point? Same here in the backend database, the data is there as expected. That means the interface, whatever we are using in between, is working as expected. There is no need of testing. Then why we require to testing? Then what is the need of that? That we need to understand now. You got my point? Yeah. So first, what do you mean by API means? It is a simple interface. I can say that. So technical words, it's a application programming interface. What is that? Application programming interface. That means it is not at all a program. It's not at all a big what we can say that logic. The simple interface. It is acting as an interface between back end to front end. I can say that DB to UI. Whatever the UI logic or presentation logic will be there, to that backend, whatever the database in between to populate the data, to translate the data, this interface will be helpful. Okay, so that's why we call this as application programming interfaces. These interfaces will help you to transfer the data which is given by the user to the database. Similarly, the data what already we have in the database to the front end, I mean the end user. So that transformation will take care by API. Is the point clear, all of you? Yeah. So now, is this API is really working or not? We have to verify it before integrating the component. Is it clear? Why? Because see, if you observe the architecture, how the work is, this is your end user application. That means front end. Okay. So this is your database. The data where we are storing. Is it clear? Initially, in initial days like in 2015, 2010, most of the people will integrate these two as a single component. What is the application and database? But later on, what happened? We may get multiple devices in the market, like example, mobile devices, laptops, tablets, and even desktops, like multiple variations came, right? So now, if you consider Facebook only, now Facebook, once you posted your post, the same post you can able to see the desktop, you can able to see the mobile also. That means the same data can distribute it to the both the device like mobile application as well as web application. Is it clear? So that we are achieving through this particular API request. Because initially, if you jointly venture that, the same logic has to be developed twice. One is for mobile application, one is for web application. But now, if you develop an interface, API request once, the same request can consume by what is that web application as well as mobile application. No need to develop two times. That's the first advantage. Second, that means code reusability. What code? Business code. Second one, these API requests are platform independent. That means, for example, if you directly integrate the application with the database, you implement a login, simple example, a login functionality. That login you implemented using Java, assume that, okay? Now that login code, whatever you return, where it will work in Java only. Will it work in .NET? Will it work in Android? Will it work in iOS? No, right? But once you same login logic as an interface if you develop, as an API request if you develop, that can be used in all. You can use that API in the .NET, you can use in the Python, you can use in the PHP, everywhere. That is what just to before I show you. Like example, if you see, this is the request I develop in the PHP, if you observe that. .php. But the same request you can consume in all language. That is what I show you here. So see, how many languages supporting? See that JavaScript, Java, Go, Dart, C sharp, Node, see that C language. If you observe that, how many are there in the market? Everything C, PHP, Objective C, PowerShell, Python, and Ruby shell. That means once you develop on your own successfully, one API successfully, that can be consumable in these many languages. Now just imagine how advanced is this one comparatively native language. Native means native to Java, native to C Sharp. If you write an interface, how good at in implementing in the real time. Just imagine. That is the major advantage. How these web services and APIs are so popular in the market. This is another name for microservices. You got my point. So now this endpoint, whatever we are using, this endpoint has some logic definitely. So that whenever you calling this, that logic will run and the response will be generated. You don't need on writing the logic again. You just trigger this URL, you generate the response. For example, the same response you want to consume in the Python. Assume that. So simply you should write the code like as I mentioned. See whatever the URL, just pass the URL. Run this. It will generate a response directly. Now that response you can use in your mission, in your Python. That internal code what we have doesn't require it. That way it may have the insertion, that may have the deletion, that may have the link table, whatever it is. So that is not taken care by the PHP. But finally, what is you get the response? That response you can consume in the Python or Java, etc. That is the beauty of the API. Is it clear point first point? So first advantage, reusability. We are reusing the multiple devices. Second advantage, we can consume the API in multiple languages. That means multiple programming. Got my point? Even though you are writing one programming, but can be consumable in a multiple programming. But the same thing if you written as a logic as a Python program or as a Java program, that cannot be executable in the other language. That you written the Python program, you can run in the Python only. That syntax does not support by Java, right? But this supports by Java or Python, anything. That is the second thing. Third one, these are integral components as I mentioned. What is that? Means this in the interface, or I can say this phase, whatever I show here, cannot be viewed by the user. So that there is a security of the application. Because if you integrate directly in the application, they may have easily. But it is a separate layer now. So they cannot touch our database directly without your permission. So we are abstracting our database by showcasing the service. So if someone wants my data, I will give my service, not my database. I will give this one only now. This I don't give to anybody. This I will consume myself. So now my data is more secure. You got my point, all of you know. Adobna. Is it clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, any doubt, Nana? Ravi, any doubt?
No, sir, no.
Okay.
It is clear.
Hello. So I hope you understand, right? What is the use of the API request? Why this is so much popular? Because of these reasons. Okay. And third point, what I told you, integral point, right? So one is security to with the data. Second thing, this API requires a purely endpoint. Purely, that means to test this API, to verify this API is working or not, you don't require even any coding. For example, this API is developed by Python, but you don't require Python language to test it. You just a minimal knowledge is enough. That is your manual. Because as an outcome, API will come as a URL, not as a some program. So URL, you know, browser can hit it, you can run it, right? URL అక్కడ ఎలా రన్ చేస్తారు బ్రౌజర్లో ఎంట్రీస్ రన్ చేస్తారు అయితే మరి ఎందుకు సార్ టూల్స్ ఎందుకు మీరు మాట్లాడుతున్నారు సి API test చేయడానికి we can't directly use the browsers what we have in the market like browser Chrome or Firefox. Why? Because that may useful for two cases. One case to trigger the GET request. Because GET request you can run in the directly browser itself, you can check it out. Data is working on that. But when it is having the authentication, means when it is required permission like password user ID, it doesn't support. So for that, we require some tool. You got my point? So now this API we require to test before integration. Why? Because see, if without testing, if you integrate it directly, assume that just I'm telling one case. API is developed by developer. They told us it's working fine. Now as a tester, you didn't test it anything, but developers or designers are ready to integrate it. That means they start to integrate. Assume that. Now the question is, assume that in application some data is missing, which is really there in the DB. మీకు పాయింట్ అర్థమైందా డేటాబేస్ లో డేటా ఉంది ఒక 10 రికార్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయి బట్ ఇక్కడ 5 కనిపిస్తుంది నిజంగా ఇప్పుడు ప్రాబ్లం ఎక్కడ ఉంది బికాస్ డేటాబేస్ లో 10 ఉంటే ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ లింక్ కనిపిస్తుంది మీకు 10 ఉన్నాయి కదా 10 ఉంటే ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ లింక్ రావాలి 10 రావాలి 5 వస్తాయి if it is 10 is there in the database the outcome also should be 10 but how many are coming 5 then where is the problem where is that 5 is missing now question mark. Because here two choices are there, two possibilities are there. One possibility, the code what they written in the application may be wrong, or the interface what they are integrating may be wrong. What is the guarantee that this interface is giving 10 records from the database? Guarantee. Database telling that it's giving, but what is guarantee? Make sure the guarantee, to make sure the confidence, you need to verify first. Now you verify API request, trigger it your personally, manually. Now, if the API request is showing 10 records, then where is the problem? Obviously, front end. See, here 10 records are there. Here output, if you run this 10 records are showing, the only problem where it is? The integration. That means front end only problem. You can tell them. Assume that here itself is showing 5 only. Now don't blame the front end because here it's 5, 5 is coming, so it's 5 showing. Now, who's the problem? Who developed this interface that is there in the problem. So now report to them. Who developed this interface. Now they will fix the issue, they will give a updated API. Like that, to make sure that whether the problem is in the API or in the front end, we require to test this API before deliver to the UI team or integration team. So before giving to the integration team, we have to verify that is it working as expected by the given requirement. For that, we require to verify the API. Again, as I mentioned, it is also as like our regular manual testing two types. What is that? Manual automation. What is that? Manual automation. That means every API can validate manually and also by using automation code, like some programming language, like as like Python, Java, whatever you can use it to verify that. Okay. So this verification will be done in manual. Manual, as I mentioned, generally I think browser wants, but as I mentioned, browser has some set of limitations. What is that? Authentication cannot verify, and also post request cannot verify the browser because we cannot send data in the URL. We can only trigger a request. That's all. So to do that all, they given a set of tools. Got it? Such kind of tools only Postman, SOAP UI, Swagger, and Portland Studio. Like that, we have, I think, more than 30. I think. See, here is the list if you observe that. Yeah. These are all API tools. But here, out of the 100 to 100% popular one is, as I mentioned, the set to Postman. So, highest popular Postman, SOAP UI, and Portland. These three are popular. Remaining all are maybe based on their personal use, they may use the thing. But commonly used frameworks, tools are these. What is this tool? These tools will help you to provide API testing. That to manual. Manually, you can verify the testing by using this. Got my point? Out of this, we are covering Postman. But all too similar, as I mentioned already, once you have a knowledge of what is API testing, you can check with any tool also. All tools are commonly similar to each other. Got it now? So these tools will help you to do the manual API. This is my point. And now, so this is what I explained just now. See, Basically, front end will presentation will be there and database will be there. In between, now business layer will take care by API. Is it clear? Now, in API testing, what we will verify? See, in web testing, definitely will verify like whether color is coming or not, whether the data is coming or not, whether the alignment is there. We will verify that, you know, manual testing already teach. But in API testing, what we will verify? So in API testing, remember, only we will verify four things. How many things? Nothing more than that. We will verify only four things. First one will verify that response code. What is that? Is the response code is coming as expected, because we have different set of responses for the API. The example, we have 1 to 5 series. The example 5 series is server end, 4 series is client end, 3 series is information is, 1 series is initiation, 2 series is success. Assume that 200 is a success generally. So that means we need to verify that whether the response code is coming 200 or not. 200 is coming, your response is correctly coming. Other than 200, any response code coming, it's not working. So first we have to verify that response code as expected. Second, response body. That means the data what is coming is correctly coming. Just now I told you, right? For example, database 10 records are there. Maybe the 10 records are coming or not. Each record, all the columns are coming or not. That all will verify in the response body. First one, response code. Second one, response body. Third thing, response time. How much time it is taking to send the response? It should be hardly within 2 seconds. Hardly. If it is more than 2 seconds, it is taking means there is a problem in the performance. Report to the agent developer. You are my point on that. Third. Fourth one, we have to verify the authentication. That is security. Like example, if I am giving public API, it can be consumable in everyone. If it is a private API, that means to use that API, you should provide your credentials. If I'm not giving credentials also, if it is consumable, then there is no security. If you have to immediately raise a risk factor, that is security is missing, please provide the security. So that means we have to also check the security. First one, response code. Second one, response body. Third one, time. Okay. Fourth one, security. Fifth one, negative validation. Negative validation means, you know, negative testing means if I'm giving positively all the inputs, this forward I am expecting. Now, if I'm giving negative input, what should I expect? Negative output. That also we need to take. So these five we have to verify. Once these all five are satisfied, then give it the negative thing to integrate it. Otherwise, please make a but report to the development. Is it clear? Now, this also will take care by development. Obviously, because who develop it? Developers. You got my point or not? Now, how to check that five parameters? To do that only, we will use any of the tools. Like example, Postman, or as I mentioned, SOAP-UI, or whatever. That will help you to check these all parameters. What I is the point here or not? Here. So what is API testing is here, right? So API testing is very simple. That's what I told you very quickly. If you are getting chance to work on API testing, you are the lucky people. Whether it's a manual or automation. Because functionality is different we have. But API nothing. Only URL, run it. That's all. So, but after few days you may feel some boredom. Because same work will be repeated. But it is somehow comparatively functional testing, I can feel it is easy. Because if you have a few set of URLs, you need to validate, you need to verify. That's all. So functionally it's not much same. Got my point? That is one part. And now, as I mentioned already, so this is not required anyway. Yeah, this is what exactly I did. So one is data accuracy, which is status code, that is response code, and response file, and error codes in case written any error. That means, as I mentioned, negative testing. Okay, and authorization checks, that is authentication security, and non-functional, that is performance definitely. So that these are the main parameters we will do in the any API test. Is it clear? These are the different tools as I mentioned. Yeah. So for example, I'm telling one example, a simple straightforward one example. Let's take you want to verify this particular URL, assume that. Okay. So this URL you want to verify. Got it. That one I will explain detailedly. Just one example. Now, see, this is the tool where you can pass your URL, and here you need to select the method of passing, and you can send it. That's all. Now it will show you the result whether it is expectedly coming or not. See that. రన్ చేసిన యూఆర్ఎల్ డేటా వచ్చింది. సో ఇప్పుడు మీరు డేటా వచ్చింది, ఈ వచ్చిన డేటా కరెక్ట్ గా మీరు అనుకుంది వచ్చిందని చూస్తారు. సో నేను ఏం చెప్పాను, ఫస్ట్ ఒకటి రెస్పాన్స్ కోడ్ ఏమొచ్చింది చూడండి. రెస్పాన్స్ టైం ఎంత ఉంది, 17 మిల్లీ సెకండ్స్, అంటే ఇట్స్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ 1 సెకండ్, 1.7 సెకండ్స్. ఓకే, అండ్ డేటా వచ్చింది, రైట్. పాస్ అయిపోయింది అంతే, ఇంకేం లేదు. ఇంకేం లేదు. ఒకవేళ ఇందులో ఇది 200 రాకపోయినా, ఇక్కడ ఇది 2 సెకండ్స్ గా దాటినా, లేదా ఇక్కడ ఈ డేటా రాకపోయినా, దెన్ యూ నీడ్ టు రిపీట్. బట్ సో ఈజీ. ఏంటన్నా డేటా చెక్ చేసుకోవాలి, డేటా ఇస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు ఈ డేటా వచ్చింది, డేటా నుంచి వస్తుంది, డేటా నుంచి కదా. సో ఇక్కడ రెండు కేసు అదే చెప్పారు, డేటా ఉందా లేదా, లేకపోతే ఈ ఫార్మేట్ ఇస్తారు మీకు ఎలా రావాలి అని. ఈ ఫార్మేట్ వస్తే చాలు, లోపల డేటా ఏమవుతుంది అక్కడ. ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ కాలం ఏముంది, సెకండ్ కాలం ఏముంది, థర్డ్ కాలం, ఇది చెప్తారు ఇలా రావాలి అని. అదే రిపీట్ అవుతుంది మొత్తం మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే. సో ఇఫ్ యూ చేంజ్ టు HTML to JSON format, you can able to see the actual structure. See that. ఈ ఫార్మేట్ ఇస్తారు నీకు, అంటే మొత్తం డేటా కాకపోతే 2 రికార్డులు ఇలా స్క్రీన్ షాట్ ఇచ్చి ఇలా వస్తుందని చెప్తారు అంతే. చెక్ చేసి లేదు, ఇన్ యువర్ టెస్టింగ్ రోల్ డేటా వాల్యుయేషన్ ఇంక్లూడ్ అయ్యి ఉంటే నీకు DB ఫస్ట్ నువ్వు ఇదే ఈ పర్టికులర్ ఏపీకి ఏం కొరీ వాటర్ ఆ కొరీ ఇస్తాను. కొరీ అంటే SQL కొరీ, ఆ కొరీ తీసుకెళ్ళి డేటా రన్ చేయాలి. డేటా వస్తుంది, అక్కడ ఎంత డేటా వచ్చిందో ఇక్కడ ఎంత డేటా వచ్చిందో కంపేర్ రికార్డ్ బై రికార్డ్. అది కొంచెం చెప్పాను మీకు ఆల్రెడీ టోల్ యూ. డేటా ప్రైవసీ లిటిల్ రిస్క్, ఎందుకంటే టైం టేక్. ఇప్పుడు 100 రికార్డు 2 తీసుకుంటాం, గట్ పాయింట్. బట్ అన్ని కంపెనీలో అందరూ అది ఆ పార్ట్ ఇస్తారో ఏమో చెప్పారు, బట్ ఉంటే మంచిది. అంటే మీకు అది చేయాలని పక్క మీకు SQL బేసిస్ ఉంటుంది, డేటా అనాలిసిస్ చేసి ఉండాలి అంటే SQL బేసిస్ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, సో నౌ ఆఫ్టర్ దట్, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇప్పుడు ఇన్సర్ట్ యూజర్ ఉంది. సో ఇన్సర్ట్ యూజర్ మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే డేటా పంపించాలి, ఇన్సర్ట్ చేయాలి, రైట్. డేటా పంపించి ఫామ్ ఇస్తుంది. ఇది నీకు బ్రౌజర్ లో ఉండదు, ఇదే డిఫరెంట్. నువ్వు బ్రౌజర్ లో క్రోమ్ బ్రౌజర్ లో తీసుకెళ్ళి ఫామ్ ఉండదుగా డేటా ఇవ్వడానికి, డైరెక్ట్ యూఆర్ఎల్ హిట్ చేయొచ్చు అంతే. సో ఇది పని, అది అడిగినా. సో బ్రౌజర్ లో నువ్వు డైరెక్ట్ హిట్ చేసే ప్రతి యూఆర్ఎల్ గెట్ మెథడ్ గా ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడ పోస్ట్ ఉంది చూడు, ఈ డిఫరెన్షియేషన్ మనం బ్రౌజర్ లో చేయలేదు. బ్రౌజర్ అంటే క్రోమ్, అందుకే API టెస్టింగ్ బ్రౌజర్ లో పర్ఫామ్ చేయలేదు, లిమిటేషన్ చెప్తున్నాను. So that we can do only tool. The tool is giving a provision to send the data, to select the method of them, and also authentication. So we have authentication and both. So default get authentication to both. But other browser you will have to send it on. Other different. So browser is new change I want because browser does not provide you options like filling the data, selection of the method, and selection of the authentication. These 3 parameters we can't provide by using browser. That only we can provide either by Postman or by SOAP-UI or by Kotlin. That means some tool. We can't use directly browser to do the API test. Is it clear, everybody? Any doubt as well? Now our next class will be what is this tool, what are these options we are available on the Postman, how that will be useful for our testing, and each request what it consists as an input, as an output. As a mentioned output, I told you what is that response code. Just I told you, right? Response code, response time, response body. This body. And after that, in input, what we require to do, as I mentioned, authentication, params. Is there any param? Is the giving how it is reacting? What is the method of action? So these all will take care as part of the request. So in request basically will contain URL. What is that? In request and tell response. These are all the things, right? In request, URL, and the simple mirror చెప్పాలి అంటే ఒక ఏపీ నువ్వు టెస్ట్ చేయాలంటే మినిమం నీకు కావాల్సిన పారామీటర్ ఏం కావాలి, ఒక URL కావాలి, దాన్నే ఏపీ అంటాం, URL అంటాం, అండ్ పాయింట్ ఏదైనా ఉంటుంది. ఫస్ట్ సెకండ్, ఏ మెథడ్ వాడాలి. సో వీ హ్యావ్ సో మెనీ మెథడ్, అందులో ఏది యూజ్ చేయాలని దాన్ని చెప్పాలి ఫస్ట్ డెవలప్. 3, అథెంటికేషన్ ఏమైనా ఉందా లేదా, ఉంటే ఏమన్నా. ఫస్ట్ వన్ URL, second one method, third one authentication. If authentication is there, what type of authentication? If it is not there, well, fourth one params. If any params are required to sign, again these params are 2 types: request params, body params. Both are forms only, like this. But again, two types. Params, body. Generally, remember, params will be used in get request. Body params will be used in post. I will tell you the difference by this. Okay. And after that, headers. Okay. So these are all inputs for API test. Output, response body, response style, response. These three are output. Last one, test cases. Got it? Now, this is again, as I mentioned already, this testing will take care manually means this is not required. Manual take this. తర్వాత చెప్పింది కదా సో ఇక్కడ వచ్చిందా 200 వచ్చిందా లేదా ఇక్కడ టైం ఎంత వచ్చింది ఇక్కడ అవుట్పుట్ వచ్చింది ఇది మాన్యువల్ automation again I told you two types. One is Postman itself is supporting JavaScript. This is JavaScript. This is Postman. I'm not comfortable with JavaScript. Assume that. Then you can write your own. For example, if you're comfortable with Python, then as I mentioned, right, take the Python and run in your PyCharm. For example, you both are comfortable with Java. Then same, select the Java. Take this code, run in your Java code. It will verify the same. Now assume that why I'm telling this story is, for example, second time, now you want to verify the same API. If manually it depends, what you need to do? Again, you come back to the Postman, again you click on send, you need to verify by it. But if you return this script to in the program, now the second time, you require to come here. No, what we have to do? Go to the script run it. Now if it is pass, so test is pass. If it is showing error, so test is failed. That's all. Now no need to come Postman every time. It will take care of it. That is automation advantage. As you know, why we require automation to avoid the manual activity. Similarly, in API also same. Got my point? Are you getting my point or not? Any doubt as of now? Any? ఇన్పుట్స్ మొత్తం షీట్ వస్తుంది మీకే ఏపీ డేటా మొత్తం డెవలప్ చేస్తాడు మనం ఓన్లీ రెస్పాన్స్ చెక్ చేసి ఇస్తాం అంతే అంటే నేను చెప్పినప్పుడు ఏ యూఆర్ఎల్ రన్ చేయాలి ఏ మెథడ్ తీసుకోవాలి బాడీ పేరెంట్సా రిక్వెస్ట్ పేరెంట్సా అథెంటికేషన్ ఉందా లేదా దిస్ ఆల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ప్రొవైడ్ బై యాజ్ ఏ వన్ షీట్ దట్ షీట్ మైట్ బి ఎక్సెల్ అగైన్ యాజ్ వి ట్రెడిషనల్లీ వి ఆర్ యూజింగ్ ఎక్సెల్ ఆర్ సమ్ టూల్ అగైన్ సమ్ టూల్ సేమ్ బగ్ రిపోర్ట్ Jram obviously any it's API testing, mobile testing, functional testing, automation testing. Everywhere, whenever you want some bug, you will be tracking the tool. That tool might be Jira, video board, or the company tool generally, but tool only. So there you have to create bug. So you like for this testing also you may have some user story and also right based on the only that means generally how the people are using Jira means Jira they will create a ticket. They will assign you. So, for example, test this API is a ticket. In that ticket, they will give you a complete description, whatever you ask. Like example, what is the endpoint, what is the method, what is the expected response. That everything they will return, they will assign you. Now take the API, test it. If it is passed, then ticket closed. Comment. This API verified and working as expected. Take the screenshot, put there, and close it. That is your task. If the bug is created, that means it's not working. Same, take the screenshot, what is the error, explain the error, and raise the bug on the same ticket. Got my point? While you're raising the bug, you have to raise this ticket idea. Obviously, Jira, but people will give you. No. You have your company user password, right? That can be used. So bug creation, Jira account will be created by the company. Once you open every day, will open the same account only. You don't have to create every time one account. It's the same account, they will allocate a project that will take care of the administration. Jira administration people will be there, they will take care of everything, they will assign a project. Under the project, they will create tickets. Under that, you every day you can log in that, you can show your tickets, what are they assigned to you, so automatically. Like that, the workflow should be there. Jira will be there. If it is a user story level, they will create a user story. And under the user story, as a test, you have to create your on the text line, right? User stories like feature user stories. Some people will follow like that, some people will follow that. It depends on the company architecture, how they do. Got it now? But this is all about API testing. It's very simple. Okay? So tomorrow also we take one more theory class. Like for example, what is the different types of Yeah. So what are the different types of requests are there? Like get to post, what it means, what is the difference of them, and what are the different types of response codes are there? What is mean? Got it? What is the difference between request params and body params? That all information will give as a PA. Once you understand that, then I will come back to the first one and I will drop the keyword. Is it clear now? So that is all about for today class. Sir, if you know the data, the database is yeah. The data only. ID name address again. And database का कुछ provide करना. Okay. Inside होते. ఈ డేటా అనేది కరెక్ట్ ఉండాలి అని మరి ఈ డేటాని దాంట్లో కంప్లీట్ తెలుసుకుంటారు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ప్యాటర్న్ దాంట్లో ప్యాటర్న్ ఉంటుంది. ప్యాటర్న్ చేయకుండా లేదు తెలుసుకోవడానికి మనం సిస్టమ్ డేటాబేస్ రికార్డ్స్ ఎలా కాపీ చేస్తారు? దగ్గర కాపీ అవ్వాలి. ఎక్కడ కాపీ అవుతుంది? డేటాబేస్ కాపీ అవుతుంది. Database data we can't be taken as a complex. That will be records are. So ఇప్పుడు కూడా రికార్డ్ బై రికార్డ్ కంపేర్ చేయండి. సో దానికి మళ్ళీ నువ్వు సెపరేట్ గా లాస్ట్ రాసుకోవచ్చు. ఆటోమేషన్ లో చేసిన కోసం రాసుకోవచ్చు. అది మాన్యువల్ గా అయితే నువ్వు కంపేర్ చేసుకోవాలి. బట్ ఇప్పుడు నీకు ఎంత కామాలి ఉంటాయి కదా, ఇవి నీకు ఈ ఎగ్జాక్ట్ మ్యాపింగ్ అది జరగదు కదా. ఎందుకంటే డేటాబేస్ వచ్చేది టేబుల్ ఫార్మాట్, ఇక్కడ ఉన్నదేం జేసన్ ఫార్మాట్. సో జేసన్ ఫార్మాట్ టేబుల్ ఫార్మాట్ కంపేర్ చేయాలి. అది ప్రాబ్లం. So important manual stage by at manual now stage to on the outcome RTM रास्ता जाना because future at least that is the rapid skin use there is a slipper to use और रास्ता future at real सीधा అయితే ప్రిన్సిపల్ వాడుతుందో స్లిప్పర్ టూల్ అని ఉంటుంది. దానికి అందరూ వాడేది స్లిప్పర్ టూల్ అంటే స్లిప్పర్ ఓపెన్ చేసి ఎంత పాటు కావాలో అంత పాటు దాన్ని నువ్వు ఏం చేస్తావు? పిఎన్జీ ఇమేజ్ సేవ్ చేసుకొని ఆ ఇమేజ్ ని టైప్ చేస్తావు. ఓకే.